What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy King Gabe coming at you. As I mentioned in the History of Cyber Squad video, the next history video would be of Digiranger. Yep, the attempt of combining Power Rangers with Digimon somewhat, yeah. And I got Brownny here with me. There's a reason behind that. Because Brownny was actually a part of this series, much like the Power Rangers Battle Royale thing, except I got more with the Digiranger thing, though. So yeah, he was a part of it, and spoiler alert, probably videos following after this one, just like I've been giving you history of my Power Ranger creations, with the his history of Digiranger is now my lead way into giving you some history of Digimon. Yes, I had some fan-made digital adventures back in the past there. We're gonna just go on Digiranger with this video, but yeah, other videos following, we will have stuff, say like when I imagine myself in season 1 and 2, and you might be wondering, well, why? Well, did you ever imagine yourself in any of the previous Power Ranger series, like Mighty Morphin and stuff like that? Yes, I did. But pretty much was just pretty much the way Power Rangers went. A few little bit of a differences, but not really that much difference to it there. But depending on my memory, I may possibly do, maybe possibly for a later video. I'm not sure yet. But I do know right now we're gonna be dealing with Digimon. So, yep. So, like I say, yeah, this Brownny, of course, as y'all seen him on the channel Brownie Brown, and also my old Gabriel Johnson channel before coming to here at Miracle Comics. Also, know he's going to be a part of that Yumiko series there. Definitely going to be working on. Still waiting for the copies of Bubblina issue 4 to come, by the way. As of the day that I'm recording this, we're still waiting for that to come in the mail. It kind of takes like usually about like anywhere between a week or two for them to deliver different comics that I make there before they finally arrive. So yeah, definitely put your orders in for that, as well as our other comics. Like, subscribe, share, and support us on Patreon. Definitely to see that short film, that short DBZ film and everything, even if it's just $1 a month. So with that said, let's get to talking about Digiranger now. One thing to clear up, Brownny, at the time I came up with Digiranger, it was, I want to say, I probably did come up with a bit of that in 09 as well. It's possible, but I do know that in 2010 I did make a music video, a Digiranger music video, which I will include the link to that in the description box after we finish this video. Be sure to go over that description box and check that out, because matter of fact, it's posted on my other 2 channels before this one, Brownie Brown and my Gabriel one. If I were to post that video on this channel, yeah, it'd be a copyright claim, because the music in the video is 3 different songs that's used from the Digimon Frontier English opening, and then the Japanese opening and first Japanese closing of Digimon Tamers. Yeah, so yeah, they be all over me on that. They're like, copyright, ah! Yeah, if there was a way I could possibly get on TikTok, maybe I'd be able to get it up there. But yeah, and I may possibly, well, I put it this way, yeah, for right now, just, yeah, I was about to say I might put it on Patreon, but it's already been out there public, so yeah, I don't think that really be necessary. Like I say, link will be in the description box. You don't have to go on Patreon to see this video. Yeah, you'll just go in that description box, click that link, It's open. You know, it's there. It's still up. I just looked at it before I started making this video, so it's still there. Yeah, so check it out. Like I say, he's on 2 different channels, by the way, so yeah, can't miss it. Brownie Brown or me, whichever one you want to go to. So getting into Digiranger. First of all, since it was back in either 09 leading into 2010. This was not the body Brownie had back then. Yeah. This was the body that Brownie had in that video, and also this is the way, this is the body he had when I first got him from my granny's house. They had like a big basket of plush toys. It was him and a lot of other plush toys that would be featured for your Miyako, like Emily Landiego, few others like Billy Webster, the Penguin, so on and so on. And now they got new. Now just like Brownie, a lot of them have new bodies now. But I still have Brownie's old body here that that he has. It's really small, by the way, on 4. These aren't the original eyes that this Brownie had. He's been or the nose, by the way. Yeah. You can this body has been around for a while. Matter of fact, at one point, one of my cousins had this plush toy. I think when I was in middle school, one of my cousins got a hold had this one, and it wasn't her that did it. At least that's what she tells me. But her sister, I think she said it's her sister or either a dog they had. I don't know. I wasn't there when it happened. I just know from what they told me. But anyway, yeah, he kind of got roughed up a bit, and so the nose part was kind of sewed on to him. His original eyes had kind of fallen out a little bit there. So I put those replacement eyes on him there from Walmart. Yeah, the old body been through quite a bit. Yeah, it's still here from memory. So, you know, now Brownie can look back and see where he came from, you know. Kind of remember, you know, reminisce. Boy. Yep. Oh, hold on. Oh, your Facebook. Okay. So anyway, let's get into Digiranger here. So the series of Digiranger started off. It was like I mentioned, it's a combination of Power Rangers and Digimon. Funny thing is, when I created it, I did not know about Digimon Data Squad, or Sabers as they call it in Japanese. And the series and Data Squad was out. I think it was out around that time. But I did kind of know about it, but I had never really watched it. Like, actually just got into it. I remember first time I ever got exposed to it was just a clip that one of my friends was watching back at Bipsy, where I used to go to college. In the student lounge, they had it on their laptop, and they was looking at it with some other people. The part, I think, where Marcus and Agumon were fighting each other. Yeah, and I was like, what are they doing? They are fighting each other. That's literally the friend that was watching it. That was how she said it, which she sounded a lot like an adult version of how little Nisha, our nursery graduate, sound a little bit there. The sort of tone of talk that she talks in. And by the way, since I mentioned Nisha, as of now, I don't know what will happen later, but I'm just, as of now, as I'm making this video, last time I talked with her, she at the moment does not want to continue the, writing any Dora. So only thing we got is just that one book of Dora, which kind of has a cliffhanger. But yeah, she doesn't want to continue in it. So so like I say, as Renamon say about Impmon, just respect her wishes. And like I say, if she ever wants to come back, door is open. Okay, well, technically that door is closed, but you know. Hey, who is it?
It's Nisha.
Oh, come on in. So, yeah. So, like I say, especially the way her series was, it's kind of supposed to be like fairies in the future, stuff like that. So, yeah, like I say, it definitely be open if she ever changes her mind or wants to come back. It's kind of a fit. This is from my assumption. I'm not putting words in her mouth. Just making that clear. This is my assumption. It's a 50-50 chance that she might come back to it, but that's my assumption. So Nisha, if you're watching this, don't be like, oh, Gabe want me to come back. Like I say, that's up to you, girlfriend. That's up to you. So, just saying. I'm like, even though I know I helped with the illustrations on that book, I'm pretty much partly like you guys reading my books. So yeah, because like I say, it comes from her mind. So yeah, that's the only way that any continuation will go on if she decides to come back. Yeah, basically just be Bubblina from Christina, because she's continuing that, and my new series that I'll be working on. Once I finally gonna try to sit down and get those proofs in. Yeah, I will definitely, because I've been kind of procrastinating a little bit getting to the proofreading of my 10 rough drafts. So I'm gonna try to sit down, like old SpongeBob with procrastination. But yeah, I'm gonna sit. But in all fairness, I guess you could say I kind of took a little break after finishing up Bubbling in issue 5. So that was that, though. But we're going to try to get back to work, though. So anyway, back with Digiranger. So with Digiranger, it starts off in a town, Barnhart City, which is a town in the world of Yumiko. So yeah, in this series, yeah, Barnhart City. Barnhart City has been used in a few other things. There was one where I tried to make like a Brownny anime or something like that back in the past. To let you know how old that is, it was back in the days of floppy disk. Because it was saved on a floppy disk, and I probably would, even if I had the disk right now, only way I'd be able to bring that up is if I could find that old computer where I could put it in, and I highly doubt I would find that. Good, as Mr. Mosby say, good luck with that. Good luck with that. So yeah, but yeah, Barnhart City was used in that old series. So here, this is where we meet the cop, a police officer. And like I mentioned before, I did not know the full premise of I heard of Data Squad, Digimon, but I had not watched it at the time I was making the series. So I did not know that they had a police thing going in their series too. When I came up with this, I was unaware. And I guess if I had went public with this, as far as like trying to publish it, they probably would have made me aware, because obviously I would have to get the consent of the makers of Digimon, yeah, in order to go through with that. So yeah, it would have to go, yeah, so I'm pretty sure they would have made me aware of that if I actually went through with that. Same with the Power Rangers, yeah. So there's a cop named Jason Darrell. It'll be in another video, but Jason was a common name that I used role-playing myself recently in Digimon, as well as also somewhat Pokemon a little bit. Jason Clark, full name. So Jason Darrell in this, he's after a thief that in the dead of night, but he can't make the thief out. Yes, because it's dark and everything, but he's in pursuit of the thief. And then another monster-like image shows up that ends up causing him to lose the thief's trail. So they lose both this monster and the other thief. And so they decide to call it a night, and Jason comes home to his wife, Kat. Kat is pretty upset that, let's just say, he's been doing a lot of work at the station to the point where he forgot their anniversary, and they were supposed to have booked plane tickets to go on a honeymoon there. Yikes! So I guess you could probably guess where Jason's gonna be, in the doghouse. Pardon the expression there.
I know about that.
No. Okay, so yes, there's an expression that's used there, but he's in the doghouse, and which means that he ends up sleeping on the couch that night. That next morning, while Cat, short for Catherine, is cooking breakfast for them, the thief from earlier turns out to be Brownymon. Yeah, and yep. So Brownie was a Digimon at one point. Back when he had the old body, of course, but with animated a little bit better as well. But this was kind of the design that Brownymon went off of more so. See like how the face and the rest of the body is. And now for Yumiko, yeah, it's more like how you see here. A little bigger and more detailed there compared to the old body. Kind of an upgrade, So, Brownymon sneaks into Jason's house. Catherine does not notice this because he sneaks into the living room where Jason is still asleep on the couch. And it just so happens that she's setting the table at this point, and she set Jason's breakfast on the table, and she went back to get hers. Brownie ends up eating it. Then we're followed up with an attack from the other monster that was coming after Brownymon, which of course is Tarman. Yeah. Sort of, you remember Raremon from season 1 of Digimon, and also he showed up in Frontier. Raremon that kind of like a big sludge monster or something that was really weird looking. So, in this case, Tarman, it was Digimon I came up with because of my hatred for Tar. Yeah, I hate Tar, especially Tar spots on the ground. Yeah, always bugs me. So, Tarman attacks, and Jason becomes aware of Brownymon trying to, defend them and everything. Then, from out of nowhere, there's a Digi Advancer is given to Jason with a voice coming on the communication feature of it, telling him that him and Brownie need to use the Digi Advancer to Digiranger up. Sort of similar to that old man that gave Marcus his Digivice in Data Squad for Agumon to Digivolve, yeah. Yeah, by channeling his DNA charge, or Digisoul in Japanese. So here, much like the music video, he says, Brownymon, Data Form, into the Digi Advancer. Digiranger up! So, and yes, Digi, oh wait, no, I hadn't mentioned that before. So Digi Advancer, which is also, in another, probably in another Digimon history video, I will mention, where that was used before this. So with the Digi Advancer, and you see in the music video, we were using walkie-talkies for the Digi Advancers. If you didn't notice, those were walkie-talkies that Christina and I had on. I had mine sort of strapped on, so I think it was like some kind of strap I had on my arm, and I used the clip on the walkie-talkie to clip it on like a wrist communicator. Yeah, so yeah, with that, Brownie and Jason are able to merge together and sort of come out looking kind of like when Lance merged with Mega Man in Mega Man NT Warrior, or I don't know how many people know about this, but the Mega Man Star Force games, Dragon, Leo, and Pegasus for the Nintendo DS, where the boy Geostellar is able to merge with an alien, an FM alien called Mega. I think it's called Mega. So together they form Mega Man. Yeah. So yeah, there's that. And I think that came out after that. Yeah, it came out after NT Warrior, because NT Warrior was way back when I was still in high school, and Star Force didn't come out till my college. Well, actually, when I got out of college, yeah. But I think at that point, Christine and I were engaged, and yeah, I remember playing the games then. I remember I was showing her the because I had the Star Force Dragon game. And I remember showing it to Christina when he summoned the big dragon out of nowhere. Yeah, so yeah, they're merged together, and they defeat Tarman. However, during the battle, Catherine had got hurt by Tarman because of his poisonous body. He had grabbed a hold of Catherine, so they have to get Cat to the hospital. And while she's in there, that's when Jason and Brownny, by the way, that was episode 1. Now in episode 2, they meet while Cat's in the hospital. They meet up with Jason. I mean, not just okay. Take 2. So in the hospital, Jason and Brownny kind of get to know each other a little bit, and they meet up with Brandon and his partner Digimon. Now, funny thing about the character Brandon, about character-wise, this is actually his name in real life. It was a friend of mine named Brandon Green. Now, that's the only real person I'm gonna tell you, because, like I say, it's in a lot of these names are mentioned in the music video, so it is public. It's out there, and these people that were in the video, they do know about this, just like with the ones mentioned in the Kroger Force. Except the only thing with Kroger Force, it wasn't out there on YouTube though. So yeah, it was kind of just amongst us, me and the people that were in it. It would have been if it had went public, but yeah. So Digiranger, yeah, like I say, is out there. Link in the description box. So yeah, Brandon Green, my buddy back in the back when I was first working at Mansfield Road Kroger, and was also Joshua in version 4 of Kroger Force, and also version 3 is one of the backup rangers. So his character here in Digiranger was the same name that his actual name. Because it sounded pretty cool, especially the last name Green, and he even had green hair, his character. So, yeah, him and Digimon, turns out they work as a special police force called Digiranger from Matrix City. And the title, and of course, much like the title, Matrix Sentai, Digiranger. So, I guess technically Matrix City, or Matrix, however you want to pronounce it. So, Matrix City, and he tells them about the the fact that they're working with Digimon, similar to Data Squad, except they're able to merge with them, much like Frontier and bio-merging with Tamers. Yeah. So, a little talk with each other. And then there's another attack on the roof of the hospital. I'm trying to think what this Digimon was called. It was some kind of karate eagle Digimon. They sort of had something like that in Frontier. Of one of the enemies Koji was fighting. He was sort of an eagle that had these little katana. I think these kendo sticks and stuff like that. And I know there's sort of a fighting / flying type Pokemon in X and Y, sort of similar to that. So can't think of that guy. Can't think of what I had named him, but he's sort of a ninja eagle Digimon, and this time Brandon and Digimon take action against him, and they Digiranger up and into Digiranger form, and are able to defeat this guy. turns out that what Brandon explains to Jason is that what it is, a lot of virus type Digimon are pretty much on the attack. Pretty much most of your virus Digimon are pretty much the villains for this movie. Now I actually been listening to a guy named Rusty Cheese Knife that's been doing retrospectives of the first season of Digimon, and he sort of got a little bit on Tamers. I haven't, but that's pretty much most that he's got is season 1. And he mentioned that one thing that's explained that most of the virus type were usually the villains like Devimon and Myotismon, stuff like that. But there were exceptions where Digimon like Ogremon weren't really all that bad underneath. Maybe at first, but yeah, like when he got help from Mimi and Joe and was like, why are you guys being so nice to me? I tried to destroy you on Fire Island. No one's ever done that for me. So yeah, you did have some exceptions where there were where it turns out that that not all the virus types were really all that bad. And to be honest, that led in later iterations where you actually had some evil Digimon that were not virus attributes. That were I think a lot of them that weren't virus attributes were data types. So I guess data may be kind of more neutral, but then again, seeing as how there are some good Digimon that are for some reason virus types like Gilmon, yeah, because they actually do say it in the series. I think it's mentioned early in the Tamers series of the Japanese version, but in the English, I don't think you hear about that till like much later when Gilmon had that dark evolution thing. When Henry says, I knew Gilmon was a virus type. So, yeah, but apparently, yeah, most of the virus Digimon that aren't so good are kind of causing trouble from Matrix City and also other parts of the world. But mostly in Matrix City is kind of where the source of it is, and that's so Brandon offers Jason and Brownny to come out that way to work with the Digirangers in order to help them out. So once Catherine is all healed up and everything, they go there, and to make up for the forgotten anniversary and honeymoon, before starting their new job there, they're offered a chance to sort of enjoy themselves in Matrix City, because there's some pretty good things in Matrix City that, yeah, could be pretty good to enjoy honeymoon-wise, yeah. So, they're flown out there, and once they get there, of course, enjoying the honeymoon a little bit. A little bit later, there's a new one of the officers who is female, when Jason starts working there, who is female, starts trying to flirt with both with Brandon and mostly Jason. Yeah, that old seductive temptress thing there, and yeah, so it starts kind of with that little flirtiness. And turns out there's another Digimon that's sort of observing this, known as Felinamon, who's sort of a cat thief, sort of like Catwoman from Batman. But yeah, aside from the whole thief thing, yeah, she sort of sees like, wait a minute, something's not right here, and she actually decides to try to help there by informing Jason's wife Catherine of what's going on, and the two of them together are able to expose this officer. Turns out she's a Digimon in disguise known as Ivymon. Yep, and Ivymon, so it ends up turning into a fight between Ivymon and Felinamon. However, Catherine is able to get a hold of a Digi Advancer, and both Cat and Felinamon, see what I did there? Her name's, the lady's name is Cat, Felinamon, Cat, Felina, feline. So they Digiranger up and are able to defeat Ivymon. So that kind of, so those three are taken now. And then much later, you're also introduced to one of the heads over the Digiranger organization, which is Matricia. Patricia, who is all based off one of my former employees from Grover there back then. Let's see. I think there's a couple of others. We find out about Brandon's sister. I think Latanya. I think it was Latanya. Hold on, I got the video still up. I'm gonna turn the sound down because I don't want, because you know they hear that music. They're still trying to flag this video. Copyright. So let's see. Let me turn it this way. Yeah, it'd be better to scroll back. Let's see. Go back. Okay. Make a little bit more. Okay, so yeah, Brandon Green. Okay, Ashley Green. That was her name. So she's Brandon's sister, and she actually and even though like obviously you probably can tell, being this is a police force, that the characters are mostly young adults. However, Ashley is still a kid, and she ends up getting a hold of one of the Digi advances from Brandon to merge with a Digimon that she's found. I want to say Saberman. Yeah, Saberman, who is a unicorn Digimon. And one thing about let's see, I think trying to think how think how it were. Oh wait, I think that was something else. I thought maybe they went like basic fighter mode, ultimate fight, but that's another project that was going on that was similar to Digimon, but not exactly Digimon. Not sure if my memory comes on that one. I might talk about that in another video if my memory comes on that at some point. But anyway, so yeah, she gets Saberman, and she's able to she's now able to Digiranger up. Let's see, I think there's somebody else. There's another one named Mavis Williams, one of the other officers. Not sure exactly what Digimon he gets there, but I know later in the Digiranger series, Matricia ends up getting a Digimon that's actually a Caterpillar Digimon. And unlike the other Digirangers who use their Digi Advancers to merge with their Digimon, she actually just straight up merges with hers without a Digi Advancer into Beautymon. Yep. Yeah, since, Caterman now into Beautymon, yeah. Sort of what Ken mocked Wormmon about when he was the Digimon Emperor in one episode, when Wormmon's like, well, Ken, look, I'm a Digimon and I can Digivolve. English version, by the way. And what would you Digivolve into? Perhaps you transform yourself into some butterfly with scary looking wings? Yeah.